Hey folks, IAE 2951 is finally here, which means starting today we're going to be able to rent and fly most of the ships in Star Citizen for free over the course of the next 2 weeks. There's also a free fly taking place, so now's the time to check out the game for free. IAE takes place in New Babbage on the planet of Microtech, so you'll want to head over there and take the metro to the IAE show floor, which is in between the Commons and Aspire Grand on the metro loop. So if you wake up in New Babbage, take the train to the Commons and it'll be the next stop, and if you fly to New Babbage from somewhere else, take the metro towards the Commons and it'll be the second stop. Once you enter the Expo Hall, there will be ships located all over the floor for you to check out. Each day is dedicated to a manufacturer or a group of manufacturers, and that'll update each day at 8 AM Pacific or 4 PM UTC to the next group of manufacturers. I'm listing out the manufacturer schedule on the screen now for convenience, but I'll also include a link to the RSI webpage that specifically calls out each ship that's available to fly for free each day. If you go up to a ship and hold the F key to interact with it, you'll see that you get an option to rent it for free. So you just go ahead and do that and it'll automatically be delivered to wherever your home location is. You can go up to as many ships as you want and rent them, so you might as well go rent everything on the show floor. Ship rentals last for 48 hours, so you'll have a bit of time to check them all out, but remember the next day there's going to be a whole new set of ships to rent, so you'll probably have to pick and choose what you really want to fly unless you're really free the next 2 weeks. But here's the kicker. When you rent these ships, initially they're going to behave like normal rentals in the game, which means you can't change their loadout. And that's a real bummer if you wanted to try these ships out for combat, because most of the time you'll end up changing the loadout to fit your favorite combat style or the types of weapons that you like. But I've found a workaround that seems to work and make the ship's loadout editable. What you can do is you go somewhere where the ships aren't located and claim all of the ships there. My home location was PO, so I went to Grimhex. Then log out of the game while the ship timers are ticking down. Any ships that finish their claim timer while you're logged out of the game will then be editable when you log back in. I've also tried claiming a ship while staying logged into the game, and this did not work, so you have to log out. Here you can see that the ships that were previously listed as rental ships are no longer listed as rental ships with timers on the ASOP terminal. And when I go into the Mobiglass and the Vehicle Loadout tab, I can change the loadout of all of these ships. I can take parts off of them and put them on other ships, and I can even go ahead and spawn the ship and take off in it to prove that this actually works. Now, that does create a bunch of questions that I don't actually have the answer to. Am I going to continue having access to these ships after the 48-hour rental timer ends? And if you fit your own bought weapons and components to these ships, will those items disappear if the ships do? And if I strip all of the weapons and components off these ships, will I get to keep those items if the ships disappear? I don't know. This is just something that I found out that I wanted to share so that folks could hopefully get a better experience out of IAE and get a more customized rental experience. If you wanted to be safe, you could fit your custom weapons to the ships and then just keep track of when that rental timer would have expired and then just take off all your items off the ships before that expiration would have happened. I'll probably strip the ships of all of their components, just in case I get to keep them, especially since moving spare components around is such a pain in 3.15. Well, that's it for now, folks. If you are checking out the game for free, I'd appreciate it if you use my referral code on the screen so that if you do end up buying the game later, we both get free stuff. I hope you've liked this video. Cheers!